Thank you for your time today. Over the last 18 months, Local Flavours has experienced significant growth in both revenue and employee numbers. As our business expands, we need better systems and controls to manage employee information securely and efficiently. This presentation outlines why we need a cloud-based employee management system, our current cybersecurity maturity, the risks we face, and how we plan to improve our cybersecurity posture through preventative controls and an incident response plan. Today, I will cover 6 key areas: an overview of the business need, our current cybersecurity posture, key cyber risks affecting business assets, recommended risk treatment strategies, preventative and protective controls, our proposed cybersecurity incident response plan. Together, these measures will help us protect employee information and meet our regulatory obligations. This project is planned over 5 months. The first phase focuses on establishing the project team, consisting of the GM as the project manager, that's me, the HR manager and the finance manager with external legal support. Then we will assess our cybersecurity maturity against the NIST cybersecurity framework. We then evaluate employee management system vendors, develop staff awareness training, implement the selected solution, and create an incident response plan. Finally, we will run phishing simulations and test the incident response plan to ensure it is practical and effective before full operational use. The main business driver is growth. As employee numbers increase, managing records through spreadsheets becomes less efficient and introduces security and operational risks. The proposed employee management system will centralize our employee records, rostering, payroll, and time tracking, while improving confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. The project will also improve staff awareness of cybersecurity and establish formal incident response and recovery procedures. Cybersecurity is important because we store and process confidential information relating to employees, suppliers, and customers. As an Australian business, we are subject to the Privacy Act and the Notifiable Data Breaches Scheme. We must also consider obligations associated with payment processing and safeguarding business information. A cyber incident could prevent customers from accessing our website, disrupt operations, expose sensitive employee records, or result in financial and reputational damage. We assessed our current practices using the NIST cybersecurity framework. Most existing controls are basic and informal. Employee data is currently stored in password-protected spreadsheets with restricted access. While this provides some level of protection, there is limited governance, no formal risk assessment process, and limited monitoring capability to identify unauthorized access. This assessment highlights the need for stronger governance and security controls. Based on the NIST CSF implementation tiers, we currently assess ourselves as Tier 1, which represents a partial implementation of cybersecurity practices. This means our processes are largely not formally documented. Excel is used to record employee data, protected with password and restricted access. We have no way of detecting unauthorized access to confidential records. Our objective is to move towards Tier 3, where cybersecurity activities are documented, repeatable, and consistently managed across the organization. The new employee management system, staff awareness training, and incident response plan are key initiatives supporting this maturity uplift. This slide highlights the key cyber risks facing our business assets. The highest rated risk is unauthorized access to employee records due to credential compromise. This is particularly important because employee records contain sensitive personal information. Other significant risks include phishing attacks against accounting systems, denial of service attacks against our website, and unauthorized access to valuable business information such as recipes and commercial records. Understanding these risks allows us to prioritize security investments and controls. For our highest priority risk, which is the employee records, we have proposed several control recommendations. Key controls include implementing a cloud-based employee management system, enabling multi-factor authentication, maintaining secure backups, and improving staff awareness through regular training. These controls directly reduce the likelihood and impact of credentials theft, phishing attacks, and unauthorized access to data. The recommended actions are practical, cost-effective, and suitable for a growing medium-sized business. This slide shows how our cybersecurity controls align with the stages of a typical cyber attack. Most attacks begin with reconnaissance and phishing attempts designed to obtain credentials. Staff awareness training and security policies help reduce the likelihood of success. Adopting zero trust principles would be beneficial. That is, never trust, always verify all users, devices, access requests, and applications. If attackers gain access and compromise account, controls such as multi-factor authentication, malware protection, application controls, and network monitoring help limit their ability to move through our systems. Finally, our incident response plan and backups help us respond and recover quickly and minimize business disruption if a cyber incident occurs. The key message is that cybersecurity is not a single control. It relies on multiple layers of protection working together to prevent, detect, and respond to threats. Despite strong preventative controls, no organization is completely immune from cyber incidents. The next two slides define the stages related to our proposed incident response plan. With endorsement from management, a final plan will be developed for review and approval. Preparation occurs before any incident and focuses on people, processes, and technology. Identification involves detecting suspicious activity and determining whether an actual incident has occurred. Once confirmed, containment actions are taken quickly to prevent further damage and protect employee information. The priority is to minimize business disruption while preserving evidence for investigation. Eradication focuses on removing the threat and addressing vulnerabilities. Recovery restores systems and data while ensuring integrity and security. Lessons learned are critical for improving future response capabilities. The cycle supports continuous improvement and helps local flavors progress toward a more mature cybersecurity posture. A last step has been added to consider our regulatory obligations and associated actions. That's the end of my presentation. Next steps will be shortlisting a suitable EMS vendor and start work on maturing our cybersecurity posture. Thank you.